What's up, everybody? Big Herc 916. You tune into another edition of my vlog. I want to say thank you for subscribing to my channel. Thanks for all the support. You know I'm all about that positivity and the motivation. And make sure you guys go and subscribe to my Patreon. The link's in the description. On my Patreon, I can be raw and uncut. Don't have to worry about the algorithms or being censored or any of that garbage. So subscribe to the Patreon. I got some really good content over there. But I want to ask you guys, how much does fear control your life? And how big of a role has fear played in your life? You know, we're taught fear at a very young age. We're taught that if certain things happen, you should be scared. And fear, it emits a certain type of chemical reaction that causes a person to almost be paralyzed, to where they can't react, or they react blindly, you know. And when you really start studying fear and how it's been used over centuries to control, to manipulate, it's pretty interesting, man. You know, when you get into just how it's been used. You know, it's used in, you know, religion, powerful. You know, fear. You don't do this, you're gonna burn in hell. And you see pictures of, you know, the fire and brimstone and the souls burning, and, you know, this person looks like they got horns, or they're terrifying, and, you know, they're gonna punish you, so you're scared to death. And then behind that fear, there's a bunch of other proclamations that you have to follow, so that way you can avoid being subjected to that tormenting or punishment. But fear is the catalyst. Fear is what's used to exercise those proclamations. I remember when I was little, I had an aunt that used to always, you know, do the boogeyman thing. You know, the boogeyman. And she's pretty crazy, man. But that was one of the things she used to use to try to scare me. And as a child, when you hear these things and you envision whoever this boogeyman is, it could be probably like Freddy Krueger or something, or Candyman, you become basically paralyzed. You react, you don't think, you just move on instinct. And it's pretty crazy when you think about it, how, you know, that technique, you know, from childhood can be, you know, pushed all the way up into adulthood, to where a lot of people are even scared. They're scared to live, you know. It's like the kid in the bubble. Live in a bubble all your life, you don't touch anything, you know, you don't interact with anything, and bubble pop, you breathe in a little something, or somebody fart, and you die. Fear, man, it's all over, you know. It's one of the most powerful tools, man. You know, fear, if you get too close, you know, you might get sick. If you touch this, you can die. If you do this, you might not live. It's like, how do you live? The people who are the orchestrator of the fear, what are they doing while you're in fear? What are they taking advantage of? What are they manipulating? You know, because they know the fear is some bullshit. You know, they know that if you just stop and turn around and be yourself, that the shit will no longer exist. It's almost like when you see a little ass dog chasing, you know, 200 or 300 sheep, and they running. The sheep are running. The sheep can turn around and stomp this dog out. They're bigger than a dog. You know, you got the cows. You know, they They running and the dog's chasing them and they moving in circles and moving in patterns. And you're like, man, this cow is 10 times the weight of this dog. Why is it running? Because of fear, man. It's an illusion that is created to keep you at bay, to keep you at a disposition. Once you realize that, man, shit, anything can happen to you, man. I mean, you could walk down the street and somebody, you could trip over something, bump your head. I mean, there's been people that have, who have had the strangest accidents and died, man. I mean, but does that mean that it's going to happen to you? No. Does that mean that you stop living? No. It just means that you go about your life, but you have to live life. You can't let life dictate to you every single step, man. I mean, if you're doing everything, I mean, dude, how do you think humans evolved? If you just stop living and then, now I see they have, somebody came up with a mask with a mechanical remote control opening. You eat food through it. Come on, eat food through a mask? You gotta be kidding me. Take that shit off. Take that shit off, man. I mean, do your homework, man. There's all kind of stuff you've been living with, bacteria, probably got poop on your toothbrush. You probably got fecal matter on your washcloth and your sink, around your kitchen, through just miscellaneous, and you're still here, you're still alive, so what are you scared of? And I'm just talking about in general fear, man. It's like we've lived here with I don't know how many different world catastrophes, viruses, war, strife, all these different things. Does that mean you go in the house and get under the bed and curl up? Does that mean that you turn into a weirdo because now you don't want nobody touching you? You oh my God, it's gonna get me. Dude, if something's gonna get you, it's gonna get you, man. It's not, life, it chooses healthy and weak, young and old. It's just life cycle. And who knows where our life cycle is going to take us, man. A lot of times it's all up to you, but when it's the time to check out, nobody's going to be able to just put a date on it or stamp it and say, okay, it'll happen, man. And that's why when people pass, some people, oh my God, but it's the universe doing its thing. At the end of the day, you got to be you, and you can't live your life in fear. You can't hide in the closet. If you want to be that disassociated with people, then you're really gonna be miserable, man. You're not gonna be able to have any type of normal interaction, and you're gonna become somebody that's just like really jaded in general, and the human experience is gonna be not a human experience for you. So I don't know, man. I can't live in fear personally. I gotta get out here and do my thing, live my life, be healthy, people be safe, not harm anybody. But at the same time, dude, I can't worry about just all the little shit to where I'm just gonna, oh my God, not enjoy myself, not be able to sit here and smile at somebody and look at them and they looking at me and their face, and then it's like you don't know if they're smiling, sticking their tongue out at you, if they don't have no teeth. It's just crazy, man. It's crazy how things have just turned upside down now, and people are just losing their mind, and they're not even. It's no even common sense. People are just, oh my God, whatever they hear, they just run with it, and it's the boogeyman. It's truly the boogeyman, and the boogeyman, he's been recreated multiple times, and he's out here putting in work, man, But I've always questioned the boogeyman, and I'm like, where is he at? What does he look like? Tell him to come through. Once I got old enough, I seen, okay, the boogeyman, I'll chunk him with the boogeyman. Yeah, I'll handle my business with the boogeyman. But like I said, you can't live your life in fear, man. Just in general, your life in fear of You know, if you're in a relationship and you're in fear, get the hell out. If you're involved in a situation and it's not cool, get the hell out. But fear is a horrible thing to control you. So, you know, the flip side of that is love and putting out positive energy. And when you really look at a lot of what's being put out right now, how much of it is really positive? How much energy is embraced, you know, or aligned with love? Ask yourself how much of it is. How much love is being pushed around? When's the last time you heard about something that really expressed love and positivity? That's the question you need to ask yourself, and stop living in fear.